Today, I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you about some of the challenges that I have faced and overcome in the process to shifting to more fulfilling work and to the next level of income over and over again. And that I see, cropping up again and again with all of the clients that I'm working with as well. And I'm going to share with you three super powerful questions that you can ask if you are experiencing any kind of resistance and maybe facing some challenges that are calling you to make a transformation in a particular area. These three questions are super powerful and will help you to create that emotional breakthrough so that you can change your action and start creating different results. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah Mack. I'm a messaging and mindset coach. I work with creative entrepreneurs, and I'm all about creating more freedom, fun, and money, doing the work that you are really passionate about right now in this moment. And of course, giving yourself permission for that to evolve as you evolve as a human being. So, because when you decide and you declare that you're going to really give yourself permission to go after the things that you genuinely desire deep in your heart, deep in your soul, those things that have been niggling away at you your whole life, and that you feel would just be so fun if you could get to live your life earning money that way. When you really, decide and declare that that's possible for you, the universe is going to bring you opportunities to release what has to go, because you have to transform, right? This is the call for your transformation. You have to start showing up as a different person to the one who's been stuck and resisting that thing all this time. So you will be triggered. You will be invited to let go of your old stories, and you will be required to go deep and do some real introspection and ask what needs to go, what needs to shift. And everything is a setup, right? Whenever we experience a challenge that is particularly emotionally triggering or sends us off into something where we feel really out of control, that's an invitation and an opportunity to look at what your currently held beliefs are about yourself that are causing you to feel out of control, and to shift that. So that's really the power of mindset work. And I'm going to share those three super powerful questions with you. But first, I'm going to share a little bit of my story about how I let go of stories of unworthiness, feelings of lack and doubt and self-belief, and how I shifted that. And then that enabled me to step into all of the things that I wanted: more money, more freedom, more spaciousness in my schedule, more fulfillment in the work that I was doing, more creative freedom, all of those amazing things that I was really craving and decided that I was going to create for myself. So, it's been a ride, and it's been full of moments that definitely did not feel good, but the process has definitely paid off. And, that's the message that I really want you to hear, is that yes, it involves getting really freaking uncomfortable when you give yourself permission to step into what you actually desire and give yourself permission to go for it. So, in giving myself permission to create that, I had to let go of a lot of stuff, a lot of beliefs that I was currently holding about myself. And there was a lot of inner resistance to, just letting go of the struggle, letting go of the hard work. And those were really deeply held beliefs that I'd just grown up with. And so in that process of stepping into action to create what it is that I desired, a lot of those uncomfortable emotional patterns rose up to the surface. So I felt really depressed. I had to release a lot of grief, a lot of yucky emotions that I had been stuffing away and ignoring and not listening to and not processing because they are really uncomfortable. And that's generally, we live in a society that does not encourage those emotions or create space for them. And it was really hard to process. And it brought a lot of my relationships into question. It brought obviously my relationship with myself into question, the way I was really showing up for myself. And I had to create some very real time and space for those emotions to surface and to release, and to allow myself to go through that process. So, and in doing that, I also went through a lot of financial challenges, but it pushed me into becoming so much more focused and organized and emotionally free in my relationship with money. And that happened by becoming really uncomfortable in order to birth that transformation. And, I believe that you can create transformation with ease and flow when you give yourself permission to do that, and you understand the process and you give yourself the support to do it. But sometimes we're so caught up in our own stories and our own patterns and things that we've just accepted is just the way that it is, that we can't see the wood from the trees and we can't see the way out. And that's okay. Like, we're human, right? It's a challenge to be able to have that objectivity in our life and our belief systems and the thought patterns that we're running our life on. So, did all of this pay off? Did all of that discomfort, or everything that I had to do to put myself out there, to ask for help, to, completely fuck up and to pull myself back from those mistakes, did it pay off? Yes, it absolutely did, because everything that came out of those, those moments of introspection that caused me to really pay sharp focus and attention to what was going on and to shift that on a deep level has been the thing that's opened up everything that I've desired to call in, hitting my income goals, working much less, working more with people I love working with, doing work that I'm genuinely passionate about, that really energizes me at a price that feels really good and aligned. And it just gets better and better and better and better. And when you go through that process, it's worse in the beginning and it gets better, it gets easier once you build the tools and the resilience and you get to give yourself the support that makes it easier for you to navigate that. And you can create these transformations very quickly when we sometimes just give ourselves a little bit of time out to do that work. So, that work, that introspection, that inner belief shifting is literally the only thing standing in between you and getting what it is that you want. If you don't have what you want, then you currently hold some beliefs about yourself and about what's possible for you that are preventing you from creating that and from receiving that. So, and it's really like the Sarah who believes that she's worthy of what she desires shows up completely differently, reacts differently, takes action differently, takes care of herself differently, honors herself differently than the Sarah who doubted that it was possible for her, who doubted that she was capable and worthy and deserving of what it is that she desires, and who maybe didn't even give herself permission to own what it was that she desired and get specific around it and claim it and take action and ask for help. So everything is a setup, and here are the 3 questions that will really help you to shift when you do find yourself in a moment of challenge, or something isn't going the way that you want it to, and you're really ready to start telling a different story. Number 1, what am I being called to release? What part of you, what story, what action, what behavior, what thought patterns are you being asked to release? That's question number 1. Question number 2 is, what is the lesson? Like, what are you being asked to learn here? What of all of the opportunities that life is currently bringing you, that are knocking on your doorstep, the conversations that you're having, the challenges that you're facing, the people that are triggering you, what is the lesson in this? What is your emotional response trying to tell you? What is trying to be brought to your attention? And incoming call on my Instagram. Okay, and question number 3 is, what is the blessing and the opportunity that I'm being presented with? And that's the transformation, right? That's the call for you to start doing things differently, to step into that new way of doing things and leave that old way of doing things behind. That is how you create transformation. So don't get caught up in the rabbit hole of problems and the old stories of I can't do this because blah, 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 or it's hard, or whatever it is that you've been running on that are your current excuses as to why you can't, move forward in the direction that's really exciting to you. And see each challenge that comes to you as an opportunity for growth, for you to shift and to really just shift into that thing that you want by doing that inner work and that introspection and shifting those stories. So if this conversation is speaking to you, I actually have a free workshop that I'm running next Thursday on the 2nd of October at 3 p.m. EST, which is called Get Paid to Be You. And I'm going to share 5 breakthroughs to creating easy and aligned messaging. So you can get your message out there and get paid for the things that you're most excited to offer the world, and do it in a way that's fun and fulfilling, and you can create an easy flow around doing it that's not super triggering and creating loads of stress and burnout for you. So that's going to be taking place over in the Big Creative Fun Facebook community. So I will drop the link below, head over and join in and put it in your calendar, and feel free to send me any questions, anything that's coming up for you around your messaging, around your mindset, around creating income, around the things that you're most passionate about doing, or maybe you're just lacking some clarity in those areas. That will be a great opportunity. Whenever you ask a question, I'm going to be there to help you create some clarity around that. So I will look very much forward to seeing you there. Thank you for watching. Bye.